I'm really proud of the way the team rallied around that cause and showed up and played, and played in a way that represented the guys that have given so much to this program. Some of those guys we've talked about this week have been here for 5 years, some of them 4, some of them 2, some of them 1. You know, some have been here for 8 months, but they've all left an imprint on our program, and you know, that's a group that led us to the first undefeated season at home here since 1982. It's a group that's led us to 9 regular season wins for the first time since 1915. And it's a group that deserves the attention and respect that they've gotten. And I'm grateful for them. And I hope that I coach in a way that represents their toughness, their commitment. And I'm really proud of them and happy for them too. So it was our night, it was their night, and this team showed up for them. And I thought we handled ourselves coming off the bye week really well. Sometimes these late season byes can disrupt a little rhythm. This group was ready to play, and you know, we put together a performance that I think you know, we need to be proud of and we need to celebrate. And so with that, I'm happy to answer questions.
We'll start with Teresa.
Hold on, here you go.
Oh, thank you, Joe.
Joe's gonna hold it for you.
That would be good.
You're at a whole nother level now, Teresa.
I need the extra help. Clark, with everything that was accomplished today, the performance that Diego turned in, you know, he how much has he blossomed as a passer this year, and that performance to do something that hadn't been done ever, topping what Whit Taylor did back in 1981. What does he mean to this team?
Well, I mean, he's, you know, I don't know. I think I've run out of things to say. I mean, I believe you may be referring single season record for total yards and then single game record for passing yards. I love how we've evolved our system too to fit his strengths. I think spreading the field out and letting him spray the ball around. Our receiving group has stepped up a ton. And also our offensive line giving him space and protection. But you asked about Diego, and you know, we you know, I've said this every week, but you know, in my mind, he's the best player in the country. He deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. He tips the field when he steps on it. There's only a few players in the world that, when the ball's in their hand, they can take over a game. He's done that repeatedly here, and I think we've really found a chemistry and rhythm with what his skill set is and how we best put him in good positions. And we did that tonight, and obviously his numbers reflect that. So I'm happy for him. He deserves this. My God, you know, and this is a guy that has been doubted every way you can be doubted, and you know, counted out. And all he's done is bet on himself. He's taken risks. He's leaned into trust. He's shown up and done the work, and I hope everyone's paying attention. I know my children are. I mean, this guy is one of one, and he's a great role model and a great team member, and we are grateful for what he's done for us.
Gentry, then Billy.
Yeah, Clark, when you get into late third quarter, early fourth quarter, are you having to think about the playoff with some of being aggressive offensively, maybe still trying to impress some people who weren't here today?
You know, I don't know what matters and what doesn't. You know, I would say that I want to do everything I can to best position our team to be successful, and there's a balance there between maintaining kind of that aggressive posture and also protecting, you know, the guys that are going to need to be out there to play for you when you get there. And so, you know, we wanted to play competitive football up until the point in time where we got in the fourth quarter and we felt like it was time to pull back and give other guys a chance to, you know, build some of that depth out, and then also honor some seniors that haven't played a lot of football. But I wasn't going to pull back just because this needed to be a statement win for us. And Gentry, I'm going to be honest, that was as much about our seniors as it was about whoever is making the decision to count us in or count us out. The way I see it, you know, we need to be focused now on finishing at Tennessee and finishing in Knoxville, and that's how we give ourselves the best chance. So I wanted the performance for our seniors. Obviously, we want to play as long as we can possibly play, and we want to keep our goals within reach too. I'm not so sure how much the score margin counts or doesn't count. I just, we want to play the best we can play.
Billy.
Some of the TV cameras, I think, caught you and Diego's conversation. Looked like he was, trying to plead his case to stay in, and you were, kind of voicing your opinion. What was that conversation like? And then, kind of gauging, okay, how long do I leave him in here?
I said to him, "You're done," and he said to me, "Coach, please," whatever. I said, "No, we're aiming for a championship. I want you healthy for the playoffs." And he came back and said, "Please," and he doesn't ask for much. And you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I felt like at the third point at which he stopped me and said, "Can I please go back out there?" It almost felt like, man, I owe him this. I owe him the chance to go back out. And so we did. We sent him back out. And after that, that was the drive that ended in the interception. And ultimately, he knew that needed to end the night. But again, a ton of respect for him, and I appreciated his desire to want to be back out there.
Graham, then Dylan.
Yeah, Coach, one of the seniors that had a moment tonight was Kobe Taylor with an interception. He looked a little emotional coming out of the tunnel as he was being honored today. Can you just talk about his impact on the program, just what he means to this team?
Well, he means a lot to me personally. I mean, this is a guy that has been through a lot in life, and he's taken time to lean into trust here and to understand kind of what this program is doing and helping him. And we had a challenging year last year. It was just up and down for him. And in January, we really had to have some kind of direct conversations. I mean, this is such a spirited guy, and I mean, if you come out to practice, he is every day with energy and spirit, enthusiasm. He loves football, and I can't say enough about the consistency he's found this season. It's not perfect, but he's playing at a high level, and he's being a great teammate. And on the whole, he's found that rhythm and kind of that peace and that trust. And so what a great moment for him tonight to come up with that interception. And I think he ran it all the way to the end zone and celebrated it the right way too. I'm very happy for KT. He's such a valued member of our program, and I think such an example of what development can look like, what relationships can do, and why we don't give up on each other. We step into the sport, we have the conversations, we create alignment, and we can create memories together. So I'm really proud of him, happy for him, and again, grateful he's with us.
We'll go Dylan, then Eli.
Yeah, Coach, secondary has struggled at times in the past couple of weeks. It looked like Mark Davis got the start there. What have you seen from Mark and his growth over the past couple months, and also what was your general assessment of the secondary play today?
Well, I thought defensively we were organized tonight. Now this was a really hot team, Kentucky, and I've got a ton of respect for them, a ton of respect for Mark Stoops and the program he's built. I've said this before. I think in so many ways he's modeled what that building a program looks like in this conference, and so they've really found a rhythm here as the season's worn on, and we needed to play well on defense. We felt like generating possessions was going to be critical to us, putting distance between the two teams, and that means we got to play well on third down. That means we got to get them off schedule and keep them off schedule and turn the ball over. And so defensively we did that. We were organized, we communicated well, we played with confidence. It looked to me like we returned to form, early in the season, the Missouri game. It resembled that kind of performance. I think, if I'm not mistaken, 200 of their yards came, I'm going to screw this up, guys, in the fourth quarter, or something to that effect. And 109, no, it's 213 yards of offense in the fourth quarter, where we were down the bench and just, getting guys out there to play. And I just say that to say, I don't want in the numbers to lose what I felt like was a really strong defensive performance. In particular, the secondary, I thought we covered well. Obviously, we were able to disrupt the ball and get turnovers. Dante Carter showed up a couple times physically. A young player that's continuing to ascend, and we've had a tough couple weeks on defense, but I think that has less to do with our people and more to do with our organization. And so I was proud of the way the staff came together, the players bought into it, and we got back to some of the things that we needed to do, just from getting the call, getting aligned, knowing what we're looking at, and getting to our technique faster than the opponent.
What about Eli Rexroad finish with Elena?
Coach, I think the Auburn game was a great example of that. There's no such thing as an easy game in the SEC, but how does it feel to go out there and dominate a team in conference play like you did tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's it feels good. I'm proud of our team. I think I've got a ton of respect for Kentucky. I felt like the way we played on defense early set a tone for us. It just set a tone, created the possessions. We were able to jump out to the lead, and then in the middle 2 quarters we just pushed the gas down, and we can do that. I think that performance is representative of the heartbeat of our program. It's representative of the sacrifice and suffering and the endurance of our seniors. And if I'm happy about anything, it's that we sent those guys out the right way. I mean, they have, and listen, they've been shoulder to shoulder with me. I'm in a role that, most times resembles a parent, but I feel closer to a brother, and that's because of the things we've gone through together. And as they move on, I just want to make sure that they are honored for what they've contributed.
Clark, you mentioned evolving.
Do you want Gentry to hold that for you? I don't want you to feel like you're.
You mentioned evolving the system to fit Diego, and you guys have obviously thrown it a lot lately. Does that represent improvement on his part, or just sort of just giving him more opportunities to do it as a passer?
We have changed in some way, and not in some ways. I mean, in dramatic ways. The personality of our offense. Now we can go in. I think we had in the first quarter 1 offensive possession, as I have it. And so that looked like we ended the first drive with 14 plays, 9 minutes and 48 seconds, and we kicked a field goal. One of the charges, as we kind of turned the page on last season to this season, is how do we become more explosive on offense? Well, one way we found to do that is change tempo, get our skill out there, spread the field out. Diego sees it really well, and let him cook, and so that system evolution obviously has been a part of our kind of understanding of what it's going to take for us to win, and how we win as many games as we possibly can. It's points per possession, it's down series success rate. Those are the things we're looking at. There's no question he's evolved. There's no question this game is really slow for him, and I think when we put him in those situations where we can get the defense on their heels, he makes them pay if they're not, in the right position. And sometimes you use that tempo just to slow the defense down a little bit, and now all of a sudden we got really explosive skill and space, and a guy with the ball in his hand that knows what to do with it. So it's a combination of those things, but really a testament to how versatile he is as a player. And and a credit to Tim Beck too. I mean, I can't say enough about what Tim's meant and his leadership on that side of the ball. I mean, pretty remarkable.
Last question to Elena.
Trey Richardson had a really big game today too, 3 touchdowns. What did you make of his performance?
It was explosive. I mean, he got a game ball for us. I had him at 6 catches for 154 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, 2 of those I felt like were just him getting behind and outrunning the secondary, and good pass and really nice catch. But I mean, his speed you feel his speed out there. He had the kickoff return too, and you guys are going to look at that, and that's a real play. It got called back for a hold, but sometimes that happens. I mean, not a lot of people that can impact a game that way. Trey can. We're glad to have him, and I've been so impressed with how he's come in, and he has his son. He's battled some personal adversity. He's moved around a bunch in college, you know, a new setting, new conference, new teammates, new coaches, and he has just been totally himself. And he's comfortable and he's confident and he's made great connections and he's such a smart player. I mean, he's so smart in the meeting rooms. And when he gets out in the field, all that gets him in the right position, and then he can hit the accelerator and run past you, you know. And so he's been a great story this season, and obviously had an elite night tonight, and I'm very, very happy for him.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you guys,
Thank you.
appreciate it.